Hey guys, this is Jason Morris of Real Estate Agents That Really Work. So what I want to tell you today is how to create the perfect schedule. I keep getting asked a lot of questions about my schedule and what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I'm pretty productive for the amount of time that I work, and I'm like super productive, especially during the mornings. I consistently I consistently list properties. I consistently prospect. I mean, that's one thing I'm really good at is being consistent and having consistent days. And a lot of it's just been practice over time. It's basically, our job some days is a lot about repetitious boredom. After you've been in a few hundred homes, they all kind of look the same. Everybody thinks your house is the best. Everybody thinks that the way they held the paintbrush while they were painting the room was the best idea in the world. Just stupid stuff like that. So I want to talk to you about there's six things that you need to put in your day um, that I schedule every day, and you pretty much at least need to have them every week. But I schedule them every day, and I like to call or think of this as my perfect schedule. So those things are number one. So I'm going to tell you these things, and I'm going to tell you how my day is typically set up. So number one is I want to have new prospecting time. You got to have new prospecting time. You got to have time set aside that you're going to make your calls, that you're going to go through your expired, you're going to go through your for sale by owners, you're going to go through your Z buyer leads. This time is the time that you put things on the top level of your funnel. You're dumping leads into your funnel by prospecting. So so the bigger you want your funnel and the bigger you want your pipeline, and the fuller you want your pipeline, you just need to schedule new prospecting time. So that's the number one thing that goes into my schedule. When am I going to prospect? What days am I going to prospect? Number two is I schedule myself a little bit of follow up time every day because here's the thing for me that that just seems to happen if I don't schedule it, man, I'm just not going to do it. So I schedule my follow up time. I have a little follow up time every morning, every afternoon. Now, I will take and stick some people in some little places on my schedule. Hey, I told him I'm going to follow up Wednesday afternoon. Let me, put a little note here to follow up at 4:15 in my calendar, and I put all the information there. That way, if I'm driving down the road or whatever, I can give him a quick call about whatever it is, what we're going to talk about. So you got to schedule some follow up time there. But I have set follow up time every day. I mean, some days I don't do as much new prospecting. Um, I just do a lot of follow up. So you got to have follow up time. Okay, for me also, I have to schedule lunch time. That little bit of time you're gonna get you something to eat, like recharge a little bit. If I don't eat lunch, man, by 3 or 4 o'clock, I'm groggy. I kind of feel bad. I'm in a bad mood. I'm hangry. Everybody's just frustrating me. So I got to schedule some lunch time. The next thing I put in my schedule is I put in appointment time. Okay. So I go ahead and stick appointment time in my schedule, even though I don't have appointments yet. And then what I do is I prospect working on trying to fill up those appointment slots. Now, some days it don't happen, in that appointment time, if for some reason I don't have an appointment, I really know my job is to either come back and look for more appointments, you go back to the office, go back home, look for more appointments, or either I need to maybe catch up on some stuff. Sometimes an appointment time turns into a little flex time and you got to, fill it up with something else. The other thing I put in my schedule, and this doesn't happen all the time, I'm horrible with this, but it's paperwork time. You know, um, I get certain days a week scheduled that, hey, that's the days that I need to do my paperwork. I need to scan it in and get to my office. I mean, some days, man, I just get busy and don't work. Paperwork is my weakness. I'm like a high D and a super high I, on the DIS test, and I suck when it comes to paperwork. But I do schedule my paperwork time and stuff, and I schedule some time every day to get ready for appointments that I consider paperwork time too. So typically that's like 11 to 12. So then after that, The sixth thing that I try to work in every day, and lots of times this is in the morning, is I work in time that I'm learning something new. I was going to call it learning time, but it's typically I listen to something, whether it's like some kind of motivational speaker, somebody that's working in the real estate industry. I like Gary Vaynerchuk, I like Grant Cardone, I like Tony Robbins, I like Zig Ziglar, I like Jim Rohn. I got like a whole list, but I kind of schedule some time. Like I like to do it first thing in the morning. Like when I'm drinking some coffee and just kind of getting ready for the day to start. Put on my headphones, and I'll make notes and everything. And a lot of the recording sometimes is coming from things like that I've been listening to, and I'm going, oh man, this is how it relates to the real estate industry, or this is how it relates to what I got going on in my business or my life. So that's the big thing. So new prospecting time, follow up time, lunch time, appointment time, paperwork time, and learning time. So so I've got those six things in there. Now you need to plan like family time and things like that. And then time for yourself. So what my day typically looks like, this is the perfect day for me. It don't always go perfect, but this is the way that I have it planned in my head. So I like to get up in the morning, grab something to eat. Lately it's been oatmeal, but something that's kind of quick that it's not like a big process to fix. So I'd like to go to the gym every morning. I like to do some cardio. Get kind of warmed up for the day. Come back home. Sometimes I record like a video or something, one of these audio recordings for YouTube for you guys. Just I got some time in there scheduled for that. Also have some time in there to listen to some motivational material, some learning type material and stuff. Usually I'm listening to that. I'm kind of getting ready for my day to start. Maybe finishing up some stuff, sticking a listing in MLS or whatever it might be. Um, so then about 8:15, I want to be on the phone. Typically, I will make calls till about 10, 10:30, 11. I schedule 8 till 11. Sometimes I set up my appointments and fill up a lot of my slots kind of quickly. So sometimes my appointment days, sometimes I end up quitting prospecting a little bit early and end up following up a lot. But a lot of my listings are got during with follow up. A lot of them aren't gotten with follow up. Takes me a little longer because I get creative with follow up. Sometimes I got to pull some comparables. I got to look see what's going under contract around their house. Things like that. So then between 11 and 12, I usually schedule. That's usually some paperwork time and getting ready for a listing appointment time. That's the time that hey, I fill out my listing paperwork. I'll send some emails, do some net sheets, send over pre-listing packages to whoever I need to send it to, and I just kind of get my busy work stuff done between 11 and 12. Usually around 12, 12:30, I get something for lunch, and I've learned that like if I eat like an enormous meal at lunch, man, by like 2 o'clock I'm sleepy and I want a nap. So I usually try to find. I've been, especially a lot lately, is I've been trying to find something kind of light that's not like super carb heavy. That way I'm not sleepy at 2 o'clock, and something that gives me plenty of energy. Too, I'm skipping French fries, and so then usually after 1 is when most of my appointments take place, and typically between drive time going to the appointment, typically my appointments only last about 30 to 45 minutes. I mean, if you want to, you can listen to my For Sale by Owner Master series at Jason Morris, FisboMaster.com. That's a link to the free playlist on YouTube. You kind of see how my appointments go, but typically my appointments don't last 30, 45 minutes at most. Every now and then, I end up staying an hour. I get there and I'm a nice guy, and I meet a lot of nice people that I really like, and from time to time, and sometimes, man, it's hard to cut it short, but I try to keep it like 30 to 45 minutes. So between driving there, driving back home, all that stuff, driving to the next appointment, typical appointment ended up taking me, 15, 20 minutes to get there, 30, 45 minutes there in the appointment, and then 15, 20 minutes to get back home. I mean, typically I set aside about 2 hours with travel time and everything per appointment. So then most of the time I try to be home around 5:30. I don't like to get home after dark, and typically we eat dinner around 6:30, and Sometimes when I go to the gym in the morning, I try to go to the gym in the afternoon. I try to work that in somewhere. And what I've kind of learned about myself is as long as I'm being active and doing something physically active, then man, my energy level, like appointments and during the day, is getting shit done, is through the roof. If I don't do that for a few weeks, and it's kind of like I start getting lazy and lazy in the afternoon. I'm lazy on my calls. I just don't have enough energy and stuff. So guys, that's what my perfect day looks like. That's the six things you need to put in your day to have that perfect day. Now this is perfect business day. You know, if you want family, you know, you need to schedule some family time and things like that and stuff too. So, guys, if you don't have enough lead sources, hey, look, Redix is giving some great deals. If you tell them you're part of my group, Real Estate Agents That Really Work, they waived the $150 setup fee. ZBuyer also has some fantastic deals. Just tell them Jason Morris sent you, and you're my group Real Estate Agents That Really Work, and they've got some great deals there too. Guys, I got a book that's still on Amazon, 53 Strategies to Get More Listings. And you know, if you're looking for some motivation, you need somebody to work with, somebody to coach you and stuff. I don't offer any one-on-one coaches, but I am working with some select agents here and there. You know, hit me up on Facebook and let's talk about how we can work together. You know, depending on your market, depending on your situation, you know, we might can figure something out. But hit me up on Facebook and we'll set up a time to talk. And guys, you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.